Welcome back, everybody. We're going to talk about different types of associations with scatter plots. Two types of association that we can focus on in this problem, whether it's positive, negative, or no association. Notice the scatter plots here. We're just comparing two variables. Notice the dots kind of have a downward trend. When the dots have a downward trend, we will say that is a negative association. Negative association kind of goes with a line that has a negative slope. In fact, we could draw a straight line through the center of this. That would be known as the trend line or the line of best fit. Notice how that red line I drew, if we found the slope of it, it would have a negative slope. So too with the points on this scatter plot. A couple questions about this one. Notice we have another scatter plot, but they are almost line up to make a perfect line. Okay, so the fact that they make almost a perfect line, we're going to not only say whether it's positive or negative, but we're going to say this scatter plot has a linear association. Association or correlation kind of means the same thing. Linear association, linear correlation. And again, notice how it's going in a downward direction. So therefore, linear, but also positive, or a negative correlation, given the downward nature. All right, and also the other question here: what do the y values do as the x values increase? All right. As the x values increase down here, notice the y values of these coordinates decrease. Okay, so when the y values are decreasing as the x values are increasing, you could say it the other way: as the x values decrease, the y values increase. All right, so to answer this question, what do the y values do? The y values are decreasing. So again, this is a linear association because it makes a perfect line. It almost lines up to make a nice straight line. Here, I'll even draw a straight line through it so you can see how the dots almost line up perfectly with that. Negative association, given that the points are going in a downward direction, and the y values are decreasing as the x values increase. Look at one more here. We're just going to mark whether statements are true or false. Here we have a scatter plot. Looks like a negative correlation. It's kind of going in this downward trend here. First statement says the scatter plot shows no correlation. That's false, because we do sort of have that downward trend. See, you can draw a trend line through it. So there definitely is a negative correlation, not no correlation, as the statement says. And the next statement says, as x values increase, y values decrease. Yep, we saw that on the previous example. That is a true statement. As the x values increase, the y values are decreasing. All right, so hopefully that makes sense after looking at these examples. Thank you for watching.